Yeah, if you could give us a little bit more context on Harley and well, which is she is one of your three new cats.
Harley was adopted with two other cats. They are all different ages and they have different history. Harley, here she is. Harley was adopted at um,
Mm, yeah, she's a beauty.
so she is also torty, different coloring. So she was adopted, they think she was about 13 months, so about a little over a year. We adopted her in December of 2021 when we adopted the other two. um, and we quickly recognized that Harley was territorial and uncomfortable and
Mm,
afraid of being with other cats. So anyway, so we made adjustments in how we were socializing all of them, and they're all fine now, with a lot of attention
mm,
and intention. They love each other, they groom each other, and this was the case after about 3 weeks. So it didn't take long. We also knew, or in terms of her history as a living being, that she was rescued from a kill shelter in Georgia. I'm looking over there.
oh,
She's laying down and sleeping. So in Georgia, yeah. So she was rescued from there and brought up north, and that's where we found her in another shelter with the other two, same shelter, different kennels. And
mm,
so yeah, so Harley, we don't know a lot about her first year or so of life, and we recently, I mean, I guess I'll just fast forward a little bit because this was the emotion code session that you did yesterday, prompted
mm,
by we went away for 3 days, um, and had a neighbor cat sitter come in and feed them twice a day. And Harley, she told us that Harley had two accidents. She called them accidents. They were not accidents, but
mm.
she pooped one time on the outside of my son's room, and then the second time outside of the bathroom on the floor. And and then yesterday, when my son left for school, she pooped in very, very close to the litter box, like within a few inches of the litter box. And she had done that a few times before when our people in our family would leave.
Mm.
And so it seemed very behavioral and not associated necessarily with anything physical. Um, and I've had cats for decades, like since I'm 3 and I'm 53, so long time. 50, I'm
Mm.
53. Yeah, I'm 53.
Just
So,
don't.
but anyways, so we kind of put things together to formulate this idea that that she was feeling dysregulated because her environment was kind of, we don't know, like, again, what happened to her when she was young, and she's
Mm,
very affectionate and super easygoing socially with humans. So we knew that she was at least loved, and
mm,
socialized well when she was little. um, and my hunch is she was abandoned or something happened to create some serious trauma to have her end up in a kill shelter and then end up, you know thankfully, in our home.
mm.
um, so yeah, so I'm not sure what else to say about the the emotion code session and what was pulled out, but nothing was too terribly surprising about it. But we
Right,
know
right.
this. I mean, she seems a lot calmer to us. To me, I spend a little bit more time with her and them. Just
Oh,
serene is the word that comes to my mind. Um,
oh, nice word. Yeah, it's a nice word. Yeah, so well, and what was interesting is, yeah, again, here in this situation, everything I pulled out was explicitly like from that weekend. So when I go and I check the emotions, is there a trapped emotion? What did it get trapped more than a month ago? And I always got to know. Did it get trapped, within the last week? Yes. And then it was right, abandonment, unsupported, vulnerability, panic, anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it seemed like way so spot on, kind of.
Yeah, she was worried.
Yeah, and yeah, and that's like you explained, like, yeah, maybe because of her something in her past, right? She's more prone to trap these kinds of more prone to panic, I guess. Like, not
Yeah.
again, don't leave me again,
Right.
type of, yeah,
This feels like, yeah, scary and
yeah,
happened
mm,
before, and whatever
yeah,
they respond to,
mm,
energy. And of course, there's energy when people are leaving on a trip anyway that have nothing to do with the cats necessarily.
right,
So
right,
that, they're so in tune and sensitive to
mm-hmm,
energy.
right,
So not understanding, that it's just something that will come and go, right?
mm,
Like people
yeah,
are gonna come and go.
right. And we're all emotional beings, not just humans.
Yeah.
Uh,
For sure.
yeah, all of us
Oh,
are so emotional.